Welcome to the Namaste Show, radio to inspire enlightened living. Namaste simply means the spirit of love in me honors the spirit of love in you, and all is well. I'm Charlotte McGinnis, your host, and I thank you for joining me today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Namaste Show. I'm Charlotte McGinnis, your host, and I'm delighted you're here joining me on this beautiful Saturday morning in Hendersonville, North Carolina. So today, what am I going to talk about today? Well, one of my favorite books, and actually it became a motion picture, was Eat, Pray, Love. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the book, but more importantly, maybe a few takes that I've learned from it, and a few messages that I hope will inspire you and make you enjoy life more, and take a look at your own life and assess some parts of your life that maybe be calling for change. You know, we all get into this rat race of life, and sometimes it just gets stressful. You've got your families to take care of, you've got your jobs to show up for, you've got relationships, you've got your body to take care of, dinner to cook. I think you got the point. Life sometimes can be busy, and sometimes it can be a struggle. But it doesn't have to be. But we always have to be looking at and assessing different parts of our life where we want to do better and make changes so that we can enjoy our journey here, not make it such a struggle. So actually, this book was written by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it is based on her life journey, and at a time when she was feeling overstressed. Can any of you all relate to that? Feeling, just it can't be any worse than this. I need to take a break from life. And what she did was she did take a break. She actually just packed up everything and took a journey, creating a wonderful book based on her journey, Eat, Pray, Love. And what's so beautiful about this book is Elizabeth is a tremendous writer. Her quotes throughout the book and her messages are invaluable. So I'm going to take you on a little journey with Elizabeth, and also maybe my own personal journey, and see where this may fit in with you and how you can actually take steps to live more happily, more healthy, and more holistically. So eat, pray, love. Well, those are three of my favorite things. Probably a favorite of all of you too. We all enjoy eating, obviously, and praying or meditating, really connecting with spirit is certainly a great attribute to seek and to work towards. And also, the most important of the three, I feel, is to be more loving. First of all, to ourselves, and then to each other. So, Elizabeth starts her journey in Italy, and the role of Elizabeth was played by Julia Roberts, and here she is in Italy, just enjoying the beauty and the history of the country, and of course the food, thus the eating part of the book. And, it just really, I love the whole idea around food in Italy. It's all fresh. It's all farm to table. And here we are in Hendersonville, and we have so many local farmers and farmers markets that actually make that a possibility for us. Matter of fact, I was just down at JD's on Church Street yesterday picking up my weekly supply of fresh vegetables and had a delicious vegetarian dinner last night. And that is not only delicious, but it's good for us. I think we've gotten into such a speedy way of living. We want everything quick and easy. So we go through the drive-through, we buy the processed or frozen foods, and all of a sudden we don't feel so good. Well, have you ever heard that food is medicine? It is true. I love the image that I've seen a lot posted lately, and it's an image of the inside of someone's body. And you look at the one on the left, and the image is all fruits and vegetables and whole grains and healthy foods. And the body that is encasing that is so beautifully fit and healthy. And then you look to the one on the right, and it's got, burgers and hot dogs and, all kinds of unhealthy candy and just yucky stuff in our body. And then you see what the body resembles when we put that into our body. We've all heard our body is our temple. And the more we take care of it and sustain it and nurture it, the more our bodies will respond in a positive way. So much of our experience through our body can be alleviated in a healthy way from unhealthy just by what we put in our mouth food-wise. I know that one of my sponsors here on the show, Ellen, has the Kangen water. And the Kangen water is a wonderful way to bring health and vitality back to your body. It's really about alkalinity in the body, and it helps to bring that balance of alkalinity back to your body. So good water is certainly a great first step in getting a healthy body. It says that disease cannot live in an alkaline body. When our bodies become too acid, and acid is actually a big byproduct of diet, and one of my faves, not really, but something that I'm aware of is stress. When I'm stressful, my body tends to hold on to excess weight because I'm building up too much cortisol. I tend to, when I'm stressed out, I don't make the healthiest choices. So guess what? We're moving right into the next phase of this. Pray. You know, prayer means different things to different people. But really, from where I'm coming from here today, is prayer in the sense of connection to spirit. Taking that time every day to be in nature, to exercise your body. I find great peace and solitude just taking a hike in nature. And gosh only knows that we live in one of the most beautiful places on earth to exercise your body in nature. I'm a big fan of the Carl Sandburg property and take many hikes down there. You get to see the little cute goats and hike up to Glassy, and when you get to the top, the view is magnificent. And if you don't believe in spirit or God, when you're up on top of Glassy, all of a sudden it all seems to make sense and it feels good. Not only is it good for the soul, but it's also good for the body. I also encourage any of you all to participate in some sort of spiritual practice, something as simple as maybe just picking up an inspirational book and spending 15 minutes in the morning to start your day, reading inspirational quotes. Some people choose to open up their Bible and read a few scriptures from the Bible, or, listen to motivational and inspirational CDs. Listening to this radio show, I hope, is a way of really getting your life on course and maybe thinking about things in your life a little differently and promoting the interest in maybe making some changes. Whatever it is, we have to take that time to center ourselves. If we don't, what happens? How often is this the case? You wake up in the morning, you grab a few cups of coffee, you go online, you read the paper, flip on the news, and guess what? That's not going to really very likely create a setting that's going to enable you to have the most peaceful and happy day. Because, sometimes the news, quite frankly, isn't that feel good. There's a lot of conflict going on in our world today. A lot of issues with the economy. Now we're in an election year and we're hearing that banter back and forth. And, it's all fine. But if we're not coming from a place of peace, then we're just going to take that in and it's going to upset us. It's going to create more chaos and havoc in our lives. Now, a lot of times you'll hear motivational and inspirational teachers say, well, I just don't even turn on the news. I just stay away from it. And I have very mixed feelings about this. I actually think that we can't just hide from life. We are in the midst of life day to day. We have chores to do. We have families to take care of. You got my point. And we can't it'd be nice if we could just go in a cave and just shut the world out. But it's not that easy. So really, to be a master is about being able to find that sense of peace and tranquility in the midst of all the chaos that's happening around us. So it turns out to being seek not to change the world, but rather change your mind about it. As we change our mind and choose thoughts that make us feel good and center us more, then we're not so caught up in the fray of day-to-day life. I like the example that was once shown to me a number of years ago. And if you look at the eye of a hurricane, it's very still. But everything around that eye is just going crazy, creating a hurricane. And so most of us, this fellow who gave a demonstration at our center in Florida years ago, he was showing that I and then all the turmoil that surrounds it. And he was really focusing on the I being the stable, centered point where peace is. And it's very quiet there. Well, when you look at a master, say Jesus, Buddha, other people who really are masterful at living, they maintain that sense of peace and stillness regardless of what's going on around the world and whatever's going on in their lives as well. So when you come to show up for life with a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind, then guess what? Law of attraction just will reflect that back to us. So certainly taking that time to pray, to meditate, to be still, to do an activity that maybe brings you back to that sense of peace and calm. We all have time to do it. It really just boils down to priorities. So often people say, oh, I'd like to exercise or I'd like to cook a nice meal for my family, but I just don't have the time. But next thing you know, they may have time to sit and watch TV 3 hours a night, or they may have time to go out and do things that maybe aren't supporting their highest and best interest. So it really is a choice. It's a decision. Now for me, and I'll speak from my own personal experience here, I need to actually make a schedule every morning. I like to have on my mind or on my list everything I have to do that day. And when I make this list, what I do is I choose to put first time for me. When I do that, I carve that hour out. I choose to make time to meditate, to read something inspirational, or to listen to something inspirational, and of course take time to be in nature. When I do that, my day is so much better. When I choose to just jump out of bed and just take off for the day without centering myself, my day reflects something very, very different, and something that actually is not so much fun, or is it peaceful? So I recommend, we've talked about the first two parts of this book, Eat, Pray, Love. Of course, I'm not really telling you the story as maybe Elizabeth told us, Elizabeth Gilbert, but I'm telling it from a perspective of practicality, something you can use. So just to go back a little bit, the first thing we talked about is eat. Eat healthy. We have been blessed here in this area to have all of this local food, organic food, and free-range eggs and meats, and I recommend we take advantage of that. I also tell you, please take time every day for you to be still, even if it means getting up an hour earlier in the day, because you'll be so happy that you did that. Just these two little things, changes in your life, and I say little, they are little in one sense, but maybe not so easy. But you can take steps in that direction. I always like to think of myself as this is a question that I think is so helpful. Is this decision, is this choice moving me in the direction of enlightenment, of peace and serenity and success? Or is it continually perpetuating what I'm already doing and maybe parts of my life that I'm not so happy with? So a few thoughts here for you to ponder as we go into the break. Once again, my sponsors are fantastic. I love them all, and they are here to serve you through the promotion of this show and the sponsorship and through their businesses. So please support them as they have supported us here today, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Fitness for the body, mind, and soul, your one-stop shop for overall well-being in Hendersonville's only holistic health and wellness center. Jennifer Bird, award-winning bodybuilder and Hendersonville's best personal fitness trainer, will work with you to create a program to attain your optimal body. I love my therapeutic massages from Elena, facials with Claire, and then have an organic veggie juice or smoothie with Tony. Fitness for the body, mind, and soul also offers Zumba, Nia, Ageless Grace, boot camps, abs, stretch, yoga, and Tai Chi. Great membership deals are waiting for you. Come in for a tour today at 419 South King Street in downtown Hendersonville, or call us at 489-3855. See you there. Did you know that the words you speak create your reality? Since that's the case, you may want to pay attention to what you're saying. My good friend, mentor, and master teacher, Robert Tennyson Stevens, creator of Mastery Systems, is a pioneer in the influence of language, imagination, facilitation, and body language on activating and enjoying our dreams now. For more than 30 years, Bob has provided personal, team, and corporate facilitation. We are blessed to have Bob living right here in our own backyard, and we're grateful to him for offering his seminars at the Namaste Center. Make sure you check out Bob's website, masterysystems.com, or call his office for an appointment, 891-7500. Did you know that disease cannot live in an alkaline body? Of course, we all know that a healthy diet, abundant in fruits and vegetables, is good for us, but did you know that by drinking Kangen alkaline water, you can restore your body to homeostasis, which is its natural state for healing? Sound too good to be true? Give Ellen a call at 828-697-1556 to find out more about this miracle water. You can also visit her website, h2o-kangen.com. I've been drinking Kangen water for 3 years and I love it. Change your water, change your life. If you love your furry friends as much as I do, then you want their caretakers to love them too. My good friend Laura from Flat Rock Furry Friends and More loves your pets as much as you do. Our dogs squeal with excitement every time she comes to visit. She has been in business for 4 years, bonded and insured, and loves to provide day visits to your feline and canine friends. Call Laura today at 489-8009. Her initial visit and assessments are free. Your pets will love her, and you will too. Are you feeling like you would like more clarity and inner peace in your life? Are you looking for a unique and personal gift for someone? If you have not been to Emerald Lotus, you need to go. My friend Lori Fothergill has created an amazing sanctuary for the body, mind, and soul. Emerald Lotus has wonderful spiritual tools and gifts, workshops and classes, and spiritual guidance for anyone who is seeking more inner peace and awareness in their lives. Go see Lori today at 1750 Brevard Road in Laurel Park in Hendersonville. Her number is 693-0301. How would you like to get a great workout and have a lot of fun at the same time? Eric at Dancing Feet would love to introduce you to the world of ballroom dancing. His teaching technique is fun. Maybe you want to learn a sexy Latin dance, or you have a wedding coming up and you want to look dazzling on the dance floor. Eric is available to you for group or private lessons. He and his wife Michelle also host social dances and parties. Call Eric today at Dancing Feet, 692-1900. Visit Eric today at the Singleton Center in Flat Rock and tell him Charlotte sent you. Crystal Visions is a sanctuary for the spiritual seeker, providing resources for transformation and growth, including books, music, crystals, jewelry, and more, serving the greater Hendersonville community since 1989. In this sacred setting, you may experience spiritual and metaphysical teachings, guidance, meditation, sharing, and laughter. This is a safe haven for you to reflect upon and voice your thoughts about your earth journey. Their capable and loving staff reflect a broad spiritual background that serves to enhance your experience here. Crystal Visions honors and welcomes all paths. Visit Blair today at 5426 Asheville Highway in North Hendersonville, 687-1193. Thai food is not only delicious, but it's good for you too. My favorite Thai food is Hendersonville's first Thai restaurant, Thai Spice. Jan and Nook share their authentic Thai recipes with the freshest ingredients available and create dishes pleasing to your taste buds and your tummy. Their friendly, accommodating servers and staff make the experience all the more enjoyable. Stop by soon and check out Hendersonville's best Thai food. There's a good chance I'll be there too. You can see them at 220 South King Street in Hendersonville, 693-7323. Welcome back, everyone, to the Namaste Show. And I hope you took a few minutes during the break there to contemplate some of the things we'd already talked about here. Number one, we're speaking of eat, pray, and love. Well, we addressed eating. We've addressed praying. Now the fun part is love. And what is love? Boy, that's a loaded question right there. Well, I'm going to come first from the perspective of maybe what love is not. You know, we tend to think that, that perfect soulmate, that perfect partner is going to fill all my voids and all my needs. And all of a sudden we get into a relationship with this person and it's not quite what we had in mind. And you know why that is? Because what we thought love wasn't really love at all. It was rather an attraction based on a need in me that we think that other person is going to fill. Sometimes that comes in a physical relationship. Sometimes that it comes from a financial partnership. Sometimes it comes from a job, whatever it is. So the message really is looking at love and relationships from the premise of I'm going to show up healed and whole, and I'm going to attract a perfect match that reflects who I am. So the healthier I am, the healthier my bank account will be. The healthier I am, the healthier my relationships will be. And the healthier I am, the more wonderful and happy my job experience will be as well. And then that, of course, with my coworkers. So all this healing, everything is really a lesson in self-healing and self-love. And so love really is beyond anything that can be described. It's not based on conditions, but rather based on knowing who we are in truth. So we have to look at all those impediments that keep us from knowing that reality of who we are. Now, Elizabeth, in this book, this is a fabulous quote about exactly what I was just talking about. And she talks about soulmates. And what she says is people think a soulmate is your perfect fit. And that's what everyone wants. But a true soulmate is a mirror. The person who shows you everything that's holding you back. The person who brings you to your own attention so you can change your life. A true soulmate is probably the most important person you'll ever meet because they tear down your walls and smack you awake. But to live with that mate forever, that could be too painful. Soulmates, they come into your life just to reveal another layer of yourself to you, and then they leave. A soulmate's purpose is to shake you up, tear you apart, and shake up your ego a little bit and show you your obstacles and addictions. They also break your heart to open a new path so light can get in. They make you so desperate and out of control, you have to transform your life, and then they introduce you to your spiritual master. And that master is you. You know what? That sounds pretty daunting, doesn't it? But really, and this is what she's reflecting here, is not necessarily a soulmate in the idea of a romantic partner or a spouse, but really someone who is just holding that mirror up so boldly that you're seeing all your little frailties, all of your ego, all of your ego thoughts and actions that don't serve you. So what happens, I love what she says, our soulmate cracks open all of this pain and all of this unhealed, all of these unhealed aspects of ourselves. But then she goes on to say, when that happens, guess what? Now the light can shine in. Now we're open because we don't have anywhere else to go. Well, I guess we do. We could just continue to create more of the same, but hopefully we'll take the higher path here and say, wow, I guess that I have some healing to do. Because this journey here on earth in this physical body is really about remembering and healing. And remembering who we are has to be a process. And we do that by releasing everything that defines us by who we're not. We are not our jobs, we're not our bodies, we're not our relationships, and we're not our bank accounts. Yet we continue to shift ceaselessly from one thing to another, thinking, oh, this will do it. Oh, didn't work. Oh, if only I had more money. Feels good for a while, sure. But maybe that wasn't what we were seeking at all. Because what we're seeking is not form. We're really seeking that spiritual connection. We're seeking that peace and serenity in our lives, happiness, joy. You know, I went to Peru several years ago. I've actually been 2 times, and I just love it there. And the people, really, they live in huts. They're very poor, yet they all have a beautiful smile on their face. And I'll tell you a funny story. First time I went to Peru, I took a group down, and we toured the whole area, and we were very good shoppers. I think we boosted the Peruvian economy in 10 days like they'd never seen it before. And so that was fun. We brought back all these beautiful handmade items, you know, blankets and sweaters and flutes and all these neat things that they made so much with love. Well, I'm not lying to you. This is so funny. 10 years later, I went with a different group, and I'm getting out of a van at a hotel in Cusco. And from 100 yards away, there is a Peruvian woman who just ran to me just down the street, said, "Lady, remember me?" And she was so happy to see me. Now, granted, I remembered her actually because we had actually exchanged a lot of money for goods with her. But she was so sweet and so cute and so happy, genuinely happy to see me. And that to me was such a gift. It was better than anything I could have paid money for. And the gift was her open heart. And really, here's a woman who carries all her goods over her shoulder, probably goes home to a dirt floor at night. Why the heck is she happy? Well, she's happy because she's not bound by all these external demands and needs. She's happy because she knows who she is in truth. She's tuned in with nature. She's tuned in with spirit. We all have that potential, yet we continue to looking for love in all the wrong places. I think that was a popular song a while back. Remember that one? So we're all looking for love in all the wrong places. Where it is actually it's always within us. You know, we use the metaphor for the Wizard of Oz, and when Dorothy at the very end is tapping her ruby slippers and saying there's no place like home. She had been seeking, the whole story of her seeking the Emerald City and all of the excitement and adventure she had along the way, yet it was all right there. And even saying that to yourself with your eyes closed, there's no place like home. When we do that, that home is the Spirit of God within us, not outside of ourselves. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't seek for relationships, we don't seek for love. But when we come from that wholeness, then the mirror that we put up to the world will attract to us something so much greater. So I always say, goes back, seek ye first the kingdom of God. When we seek that first, everything else is bestowed upon us. And we're not coming from need, but we're rather coming from a place of wholeness. So this is just another great quote that I'd like to share with you. It's very simple. And she says, "I think I deserve something beautiful." So isn't that wonderful? What if we just really knew that we did deserve something beautiful? Our self-worth is really so important, self-love. We do deserve to be happy, regardless of what others may tell us or what programs we may be holding on to. We deserve only goodness. We deserve to be happy. Now, this is just something I want to sort of wrap up the show with. And this is 2 quotes that I think are so wonderful, and I thank her so much for sharing this wonderful book with us, Eat, Pray, Love. And this one is a good one for me, and maybe some of you all will resonate too, and that is, "I am a better person when I have less on my plate." That just feels good to say it. So often we take on so many tasks and duties, and we're doobies. Instead of just being, we're doing. We were created to be human beings, not human doings. So take a look at your life. Take off some things maybe that aren't serving you. Look, do an assessment. Life is about evolution and assessing and evaluating. Say, what can I do today or what can I let go of today that enables me to be more peaceful? Or as she says, I am a better person when I have less on my plate. And as I close here today, here's a great thought to remember, that we have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of our own blessings. The world is just here for us to manifest and create what it is we desire. But we have to be the ones who participate fully in every moment. Because if we don't feel blessed, then it's because we are not choosing to manifest our own blessings. So take charge of your life. Eat, pray, and love. And see what happens. Because let's all put up a mirror that reflects back to us the grandeur and the joy and the happiness we were all created to deserve and be. And so it is. Have a great weekend, everybody. Hope to see you Sunday morning at the Namaste Center, 419 South King Street, and look forward to tuning in with you next week. Namaste, everyone. I invite you to join me every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on WTZQ AM 1600 and on Sundays at 11 a.m. for the Sunday Soulful Celebration held at the Namaste Center at Fitness for the Body, Mind, and Soul, 419 South King Street in downtown Hendersonville. Go to our website, thenamasteshow.com, for more information. Until we meet again, namaste.